Hi there, thank you for joining me for another video e-zine. I am Myra Cisse of 8atheeasyway.com, and today my topic is good business. And I say that with quotes for a reason, because I have a lot of prospects that come to me and they want to get the certifications because they want to go after this contract, they want to have the ability to compete in the federal marketplace, and that's fine. That's my service. That's what I provide. I help them get a competitive advantage by becoming a certified business, whether that's certified as a minority business, a women-owned business, an 8A firm, veteran-owned, whatever the case may be. But I always challenge them and tell them that first and foremost, you need to have and run a good business. And the reason why that's important is because at the end of the day, performance is what matters. So there are a couple of things, a couple of tips that I want to give you today about being a good business and some things that you need to follow. First is you've got to plan to be a good business. Like anything in life, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So you need to plan to be a good business. And by planning to be a good business, that means you've got a business plan in place. You know where you're trying to go and the path to get you there. So your plan, your business plan, will outline the steps you need to do. You're going to review that plan at least once a year so that you can make revisions. You know, just like trying to travel from here in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, to California, you can go without a map and hope, you need to just go west. I guess you could follow the sun, right? But you will eventually get to where you're going, but you could have a much more direct route. You could plan stays along the way and do all that if you plan first. So the first step to having a good business is to plan to have a good business. What is it going to take for you to succeed? What resources do you need? What expertise do you need to bring in-house if you don't have that yourself? Just make all those decisions in a good business plan. Next step to being a good business is that you need to partner. A lot of businesses, especially the ones that are my clients and prospects, I am baffled by how much they resist the whole idea of partnering with others. I am all about, and have always been, more about collaboration and not so much about competition. And the reason is because, and this may sound so cheesy, together everyone achieves more, but it's true. That's the whole team motto. I mean, I find it funny when you talk to a business owner that could have a contract if they were to work with someone, but they choose not to work with anyone and then would rather walk away from the opportunity of a contract. I mean, 100% of nothing is, 100% of nothing. 50% of something is a lot more than 100% of nothing. So I just get that whole idea, or whatever resistance you have around partnering, figure out where that comes from, and change your mindset around that, because partnering can get you to profits much more quickly than going solo. So just keep that in mind. The other P is that you need to perform. I mean, that is the bottom line key. Every one of the certifications I do, one of the caveats for being awarded certification and participation, especially in the 8A Business Development Program, is your propensity for success in the program. They want to know that once you're in the program, you're going to be able to perform in the program. You're going to get value and benefit. You're going to do well in the program. So performance is huge. Any company that is looking to give you a contract, whether it's a corporate contract, government contract, they look at past performance. The reason why that's important is because how you've performed in the past is generally a pretty good indicator of how you will perform in the future. So you want to make sure that you perform well and perform always up to a good quality standard, because that's kind of going to be the benchmark that you use to set yourself up with. And the last P, and the most important P, that a lot of folks forget about, is profit. A good business is going to be profitable. You are going to profit. I mean, I find it funny. I hear business owners say a lot of times, oh, I'll just take this job, I'll take a loss on this job, and hope to make it up in volume. There's a fallacy to that. If you take a loss hoping to make it up in volume, you're just going to lose a lot more money, because you can't make up in volume a negative number. So just make sure that you're profiting. And that all goes back to everything else I talked about: planning, performing well. If you plan your jobs, then you know that you might be able to win a bid by lowballing the offer. But if you didn't do your planning to know it's going to cost you X amount to perform and deliver on this job, then you're going to inevitably end up winning a bid that you can't win on because you're not going to make any money. You're not going to profit. And a long-term business cannot sustain itself with no profits, not unless you're, independently wealthy and independently wealthy. So anyway, hopefully you found some good information in this. I do encourage you to be a good business and do that first before you look to become a certified business, whether it's certified as minority, women, otherwise. But that's it for today. Thanks again for joining me. If you've got any comments that you want to share, please feel free to hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, share this with your friends, email it. Thank you so much for joining me, and you have a good day. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.